Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee and Financial Conversations. My name is Blaise Tamo with Lifeline Legacy Financial Group. I am going to be your host today. So, today we want to talk about the 2026 Retirement State of the Union policy anxiety and adaptation. That's our takeaway from the State of the Union that happened a couple days ago. So today we want to talk about retirement in 2026 because something has shifted. Retirement used to feel like a milestone. Now it feels like uncertainty, right? So here are some numbers just to set the tone. Two-thirds of Americans over 55 are afraid they will outlive their savings. The majority of people approaching retirement are no longer, let's say, are not excited. They are anxious. And it's not just for older Americans, because 40% of people under 65 are not confident they will ever retire. And that's not a fringe concern. That's a structural instability, right? Many Americans believe that they need over $1 million to retire comfortably, but only about 3% of retirees have actually saved that amount. And that's the truth. And it's not a gap, it's a canyon, right? A very big gap. And when expectation don't match preparation, anxiety fills the space. That's where we are hearing terms like um, silver silver squatters, like seniors moving in with their children because the math didn't work. And again, the math didn't work. It's not because they were lazy, right? This is about a system that was never structurally coordinated for them. Another layer of the problem, before we touch on our biggest takeaway from the State of the Union, it's the what I call the 19% Social Security problem. If Congress does nothing, projection shows that Social Security benefit could be reduced by around 19%. So imagine your primary income source dropping nearly one-fifth overnight. That's not hypothetical, that's math, right? The trust fund is paying out more today than it's taking in. So whether reforms happen or not, uncertainty alone is changing behavior. And financial planners across the countries are now telling their client, hey, reevaluate your spending. Hey, consider taking a part-time job or a second job, right? Prepare for volatility. My friend, that's not retirement freedom. What they are doing is what I call defensive planning. Now, let's touch on the big news from the State of the Union, the Trump account proposal. So now we are seeing the new federal proposal that is being discussed, right? Portable retirement account with low fee options, model after the federal TSP, um, with a potential $1,000 federal match for lower income savers. On paper, that sounds promising, but here's the real question. Will a new account fix a structural income problem? Or does it simply provide another bucket without coordination? Because retirement is not a collection of buckets, it's an income system. Now, you have heard about the Secure 2.0 that has introduced what many are calling ratification. That means if you are over 50 years old and you earn high income, your catch-up contribution now must go into Roth's account, which means the traditional uh, tax letter is pretty much going away. And the Roth is going to be pay taxes now, right? And get your money tax-free later. This, my friend, is a massive strategic shift. Taxes are no longer a background issue. Taxes have become central to retirement planning. If you don't coordinate income timing, tax bracket, and withdrawal strategy, you are guessing. And guessing in retirement is expensive. Now, let's talk about home equity. For many Americans, their home is their largest asset. Some studies suggest that properly leveraging home equity could improve retirement security by up to 20%. But here's a deeper question. If your retirement plan depends on selling your home, is that a strategy or is it a liquidation? A home should be part of the structure, not the emergency lever. So, what's really going on? We ask. We have a massive saving gap. We have Social Security uncertainty. We have new federal proposals. We have major tax rule shift. We have growing reliance on home equity. Those are the headlines. But the real issue is quiet. There is no coordinated structure. So that's where we build the continuity bridge, the legacy framework, where we don't sell product in isolation, right? We don't sell product in isolation. We build this framework here has three core questions. If income pause from retirement, illness, disability, or death, does your system keep working? The second question regarding certainty is that if your retirement income coordinated for tax efficiency or sustainability, right? Is your retirement income coordinated for tax efficiency and sustainability? And then the third question, when asset transfer, do they move cleanly without chaos, delay, or unnecessary erosion? Retirement isn't about hitting a number. It's about building a system that works in good market, in bad markets, under new laws, under new social security realities. Because hope is not load bearing, structure is. So, my last question for you today is if social security changes, if taxes rises, if market fluctuate, do you have a retirement hope or do you have a retirement framework? Do you have a retirement hope or do you have a retirement framework? So let's summarize. We have widespread anxiety that is driving the conversation today. We have Social Security facing a structural shortfall, and we have major policy proposals like the Trump account that are now on the table, and personal strategy that are shifting with ratification and home equity. So as rule changes, what will it take to build a secure future? Book a 30-minute clarity call. Let's stress test your structure. Let's see where the gap exists. Let's build a coordinated income system, not just a pile of accounts, right? Because retirement shouldn't be anxiety driven, it should be engineered. And thank you so much for listening today. As a team, we have decided that for the month of March, we are going to uh, dive a little bit deeper into the 2026 retirement landscape. So please tune in, comment, share, and please join us so that we can all deep dive into the challenges of retirement planning in 2026 and make sure that we all work together to go from awareness to create that structure. Thank you so much for your time today, and I will see you tomorrow for the next edition of Coffee and Financial Conversations. Thank you.